So I was browsing around the internet when I heard this.
Aaron just showed me the Johnny Yes Papa video.
The Johnny Yes Papa.
Or one of 8,000.
A Johnny Yes Papa video.
And it had 1.5 billion views.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do anything?
Yeah.
Why do anything creative?
Johnny Yes Papa? That sounds weird. Let's look that up. What? An hour and 6 minutes? Wow, I guess kids really will watch anything these days. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do but take a look.
Johnny Yes Papa.
Oh man, we are just in for a treat, aren't we? Yeah, okay, getting stalked by 3 different people. That's not creepy at all. Hey, Johnny, you better watch your back, because I think you're about to get mugged. Police, put your hands up!
Johnny Yes Papa. Eating sugar? No, Papa.
Come on, don't act like you can weasel your way out of this one. This guy was straight up tracking yo ass 2 seconds ago.
Telling lies? No, Papa. Open your mouth. Ha ha ha.
Don't act so smug. My parents would have beat me with a belt if they found me eating sugar past my bedtime. That's not the only video about a boy named Johnny eating sugar, though. Check out this one.
Johnny,
Yes, Papa.
eating sugar,
No, Papa.
telling lies,
No, Papa.
open your mouth.
So I guess the theme here is that a boy named Johnny starts eating sugar and his dad catches him. That's literally it. Normally this wouldn't be anything noteworthy and I wouldn't even be making a video about it, but I've prepared a little something special for you. I think you might really like it. Lights, please. I woke up in the middle of a warm midsummer's night. I rose out of my bed. After what seemed like years of planning, tonight was finally going to be the night. The big one. The piece de resistance out of all my petty crimes. The delicious cherry on top of the iced cake of my sins. I creeped out of my bedroom and into the hallway, my small physique aiding me in being silent. I made my way to the kitchen, where my wonderful treasure awaited. I had found it. The sugar. A beacon of hope for nighttime wayfaring rapscallions like me. My heart was pounding in my chest. The possibility of being caught would have been a deterrent for me if it had not been for the overwhelmingly tantalizing delicacy that sat next to the fridge. I wrapped my grubby paws around the bowl of sugar and the spoon that lay conveniently next to it. What happened next was a matter of inevitability. I greedily shoveled a mouthful of the powdered goodness into my mouth. The taste was that of heavenly virtue, an angelic song sung to the taste buds on my tongue. As I ate another pile of sugar, suddenly the lights turned on. Disoriented by the sudden change in brightness, I spun around, holding the sugar and spoon behind my back. Above me was a tall figure, a figure of authority, and I knew that authority could only be one person, the ruler of the household, the patriarch of my life, Papa. He called my name twice. Johnny, I heard him say. Yes, Papa? I asked, pretending not to know what was going on. But I knew all too well that the end of my journey was approaching. The consequences of my actions were drawing near, ready to pounce on me like it was nobody's business. Eating sugar? My father inquired. Damn, he was onto me. Dad knew my game all too well, and he could catch onto me in an instant. Thinking that I still stood a chance, I denied my wrongdoing. No, Papa, I said innocently, but deep down on the inside, both of us knew that I wasn't telling the truth. Telling lies? Papa asked. His broken English was easy to catch by any native speaker. My father didn't tell many people about him immigrating from India, but it was clear to most people that he wasn't born in the United States. They said the USA was a land of opportunity, but in recent years, it's been hard for him to find work. As time went on, we found that luxury items became more and more scarce. The delectable sugar being one of those luxury items. Yes, the sugar was for special occasions only, but the thought of breaking that rule became more and more irresistible as the long, sweltering summer days passed. Now here we were, father and son, thrust into the ultimate dilemma. I was being backed into a corner, but this time there was no way out, no light at the end of the tunnel. I was sweating bullets. My heart felt like it was going to explode. My mind was racing so fast, I did the only thing my brain could come up with. I lied again. "No, Papa," I said, but despite my best efforts, all the evidence was still pointing right at me. It was at that moment that my father decided he had had enough of these shenanigans. "Open your mouth," he demanded. Absolutely merciless. He was cutting all the BS and was going straight for the throat. This was it. The end. There was nowhere to go. I couldn't run. I couldn't hide. I couldn't breathe. This was supposed to be the big one, the magnum opus of my harmless but extensive criminal record. But now, everything I knew and held dear was slowly collapsing around me. No, it can't be. My eyes darted around the room, looking for something, anything that could save me. But alas, my situation was absolutely hopeless. I had nothing. I was nothing. All of a sudden, a warm, tingling feeling surged through my body. I couldn't explain it. It was like something had taken over my mind, something I had never felt before, something liberating. Only a second ago I was shivering with fear, but now I felt like the very world was at my fingertips. I felt powerful. I felt free. In school, they taught me that the final stage of grief is acceptance. Is that what this newfound feeling was? I couldn't say for sure. But whatever it was, it gave me courage. I was ready. Ready to tackle my fears. Ready to face the enormous beast that was looming over me. The beast that took the form of my impending punishment. I looked up to my father. Here was a man I respected. A man I loved. Why did I have to betray his trust? The reasons no longer mattered. I had to play with the cards that I had dealt to myself. A single tear rolled down my cheek. He wanted me to open my mouth? Then open my mouth I shall. I showed him everything. The bowl of sugar in my left hand and the spoon in my right. I opened my mouth as wide as I could, showing him every speck of sugar on my tongue. I cackled with grim delight. I laughed like I was never going to see the light of day again. Sugar had never tasted sweeter. My father was angry on the outside, but I could tell that there was something else he was feeling. I looked right into his eyes, and I saw the smallest glimmer of light. It was a meager spark in his eyes, but it was there nonetheless, and I recognized it immediately. It was a spark of pride. My dad was watching me grow up, and when he looked at my face, it was almost like he was looking at a reflection of his former self. I was a part of him, just as he was a part of me. It was a moment that I'll never forget. Oh yeah, and then I got grounded.